Hello there, and welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and hello there, oh hi, if you are new. I have a series of gentle nibbles, and this is me very softly speaking. It's my natural voice. I don't go out of my way to sound soft spoken, but yeah, that's why I'm doing this. So it's soft spoken chit chat, and this series is with a little bit of gameplay. Now, I am not the most adept of gamers, but I have encountered some games that really work for me, and I've been testing out some very cozy, snuggly, gentle, relaxing type games. This game today is a little bit different for me because normally I'm trying out a brand new game to me. This game is an old favourite, and I just wanted to share it with you. It is not the most exciting game in the world, but if you're looking for something to just help you chill out and help you get away from it all and just spend some time not worrying about everything that's going on in your life and in the world, if you just want to escape from it all, I can thoroughly recommend this game. So this game is called Banished. It was made by a solo dev, I believe, and I don't normally have game music on, and I'm not going to record this with game music. What I am going to do is I'm going to record the game music separately and add it on, I think, because that is one of the things that really adds to the ambience and just the whole enjoyment of the game. So I would love it if you would be so kind as to come with me and let's take a little look at it, shall we? Good to see you. So this is Banished. I'm not going to be playing with music on, but as I said, I will add that in. It is a little colony game, and anyone who watches me on Twitch will know that I love colony games. I particularly love colony games if I can name people after chat, and I can't do that with this, sadly. But I just love this game. I love it so much. Now, what I would suggest, it can be quite punishing, and we're not going to play it in a particularly punishing way. You start off with different random maps and different starting conditions. So you could start off with chickens or sheep or cows, I think, and depending on what you are randomly allocated, that will kind of steer you in one way or another. And also you need to bear in mind the terrain, because some stuff's easier to build on than others. You know, like mountains, great for mines, less great if you want to like make a little village or something. So I did just pull up like a basic save previously with nothing, and this is not on the hardest mode at all, and it's because, as I said earlier, it's a game that you throw yourself into. And I look at it and I'm like, how is this made by one person? Like, it's a tiny little indie thing. So you start off, if you choose the same starting settings that I had, which was basically like the easiest. So you start off with a few pre-built houses, and we've got a little stockpile over here, and we've got a storage barn, so that will house all sorts of things. As you can see, we've got some coats, some iron tools, and a lot of potatoes. So we might need to build more of these later down the line. Anyone who knows me knows that I have storage issues, okay? Bag space is always a problem on my streams. Okay, and then these are just houses. Cute thing is, although I can't rename them, you can see who lives where, and that's kind of sweet. And you can also see what they've got in their house. In the past, I have encountered people stockpiling, so there were other villagers starving, and I was like, where's all the food gone? But no, that was because there was this one person living in a house by themselves with like all of the food. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's take a look. This is the map. I've gone for just, this is like the easiest type of map, so it's not as hilly, it's not like a mountainous one. And I think my map size is something like medium. Now it's raining right now, so I can hear this lovely rain sound in the background. Okay, now mistakes may have been made because this is quite hilly. I'm not sure if I can build, but I do have some space here. Okay, maybe. Now the first thing I do whenever I start playing Banished is, and I have not played this in a while, so please be patient with me. It's one of those games that I absolutely binge on. Okay, so I add things into my UI and it's great. You can just move stuff around, and I go for kind of like a classic map in the top right, that kind of thing. This is my overview. This is my event log. Maybe I'll put my overview here. Where do I normally put these things? As I said, it's been a while. Maybe we'll put the event log here. What else do we have? Assign jobs to citizens. Oh yes. We don't necessarily need to keep this one up all the time, but this will tell us how many labourers we have. So labourers is your labour pool, and then we can start allocating them, but it'll tell you how many you need and how many you have. Now this is a modded version. I played this game for years without knowing that it could be modded, and I do think that sometimes mods just add an extra lease of life into games, but I haven't played the modded. So I installed the mods a while ago, but I haven't really done anything with them, so I can't even recall what the mods are. But here we go. I think we can pop the professions away for now, and I think the first thing I like to do, let me see if I can remember where's my path. There we go. First thing I like to do is, because they always build this in a kind of square, I like to put a little dirt path down, and that'll be probably my core dirt paths. Oopsie daisy. Does that work? Okay. Oh, as I just missed like one tiny piece there. Okay, so far so good. Now, the animals that we have started with, that's the sheep. So you can leave them a little while, but I think if you leave them too long, we don't fare well. Now this is, I think, a decent enough location because it's next to the water. So what we could start doing is clearing this out. So let's go here for my removal and destruction. So I think we could probably remove anything in this area, because we'll want to build on this space, because we'll want to have like a trader and some stuff here. But also we're going to need some food. So people are going to be doing that for now, but also I think the first things I normally do, setting up foraging and hunting. So the gatherer's hut, that gets roots and berries, and you can see there's this radius here. Now it's kind of a balance between making something close enough so that there's walking distance, but far enough so that you're not building into it, because obviously they're not going to be able to gather if it's all buildings. So that's something that you'll need to think about when planning these. And again, I do recommend going on like a relatively straightforward mode. I mean, if you are feeling like a challenge, sure, go for the harder, more difficult modes, but this game is known for being a bit of a challenge. Normally we we. Do you know how I've said in other videos that I refer to myself as we sometimes? I'm not Borg or anything. I just a silly old lady. So we're gonna build that gatherer's hut, and yeah, normally twin it with a hunting cabin. So let's pop those there. I'm gonna unpause. Did I unpause? I did. One of the things I look for in a game is the pause being a spacebar. It's yeah, it's a sign that the person knows their games. Like, ooh, look, and look, I buggered that up. Okay, let's mash that little dirt road there. Come on, tree. There we go, that's more like it. Splendid. Okay, so at some point I'm going to need to work out what to do with the sheep. I'm thinking maybe we could do something with this space down here. I don't think you want your sheep or your farm animals to be like right in the center. So what I might do is do this, and then just kind of, I like roads. I find like roads are, whoops-a-daisy, well that's not going to work, is it? Roads, they're just like a really good backbone. I build things off roads. I mean, I don't like roads in real life. They're very busy and stuff. But yeah, colony games, I like a good infrastructure. I'm not necessarily any good... Oh, a sudden stop to the rain there. Wonderful. Yeah. Roads are decent infrastructure, good way to like group things and plan things out in a way. If I start sticking a road down, then I have a rough idea what I want to do. I think this is probably going to get full. 71% full right now, and we are clearing out this whole section here. So we're going to be getting some trees and some rocks. Rocks don't respawn, and I have to say this because in some games they do, but they do not respawn in this. Look at my little people, aren't they cute? So day one, working on getting some stone, some wood, and hopefully, do you know what? Do you know why nothing's getting built? Okay, that's my bad. So we need 6 builders, and how many do we have, tree? None. We have none. 0. Okay, I'm gonna allocate 6 for now. We're not gonna keep 6, not as we've only got 12 people in the colony, but that's because it's looking at how many buildings I've asked it to build, and there's 2. So we'll just get a little kickstart. I'm glad it didn't take me too long to realise. Oops-a-daisy. Sorry. I like to press escape to get out of things, and I wanted to get out of that, but it's not always the way. Okay, so hopefully... Oh, I think we are clearing away these rocks. So that's why it wasn't such a big issue that I couldn't build the path there, because I can do that now. There we go. And I'll be continuing this path along out here, and we'll have some more stuff built around here. So I'm going to, for now, try and keep this as foresty as possible. Now I might start nibbling at some of the resources, but I'll try and keep as many of the trees as possible. We might need to set up a forester's lodge. Just going to grab some water. So here, we can see it's early spring. We have 12 adults, 10 children. There are no students because right now we are far too small to have anything like schools and anything that's, we need to get the basics sorted. And as much as schooling, education is very important, as some of you know, I did my degree as a teaching degree, specialising in science. Yeah, you can't just start a colony and immediately get the kids into school. We actually might need them as labour. I do feel a little bad about that. So, some of the names are just, they're kind of like they're randomly generated names, and they do make me smile. So Kimbert has become an adult and is working as a labourer. So now we're up to 13 and 9. Nice. So this tells me we've got 216 logs. We have 160 something stone, a little bit of iron, 37 tools. Gonna need to keep an eye on that. 75 firewood. Aha, there we go. This is what I mentioned earlier might happen. Storage for logs, stone and iron is near capacity. We do have some food, which is wonderful. And this is another reason why I love having roads or paths, because then I know that these buildings were somewhere off this path that I made. Okay, so those are still being worked on. I guess I should make another stockpile. So let me try and remember how to do that. A stockpile is here. What if I just pop it here? That's the same, yeah. Let's just extend that one. Now, it is spring at the moment. By winter time, we're going to need to have someone set up to chop wood. We're going to need so much in place. I do want to get those sheep rehomed. I think... Oh, look, there's deer here. I could... Oh. The hunting lodge is... We'll see how effective the hunting lodge is, given that it's not that close to the deer. Can't remember if that makes a difference. In some games it does. I do like a little bit of Pharaoh. I have decided I will probably stream a bit of that at the weekend. Well, tomorrow. Not tomorrow for you, tomorrow for me. But yeah, I love a little bit of Pharaoh, and that's got hunters' lodges, and if there are no deer nearby to hunt, then they can't do the hunting, I don't think. This is one of the mods that I've got. Red ketchup, what does that do? Ooh, new medieval town, new medieval canal. Don't even remember what this stuff is. Oh, specialised stockpiles. That must be from a mod. That's a cool idea. I can see why I added that. Okay, we're going to need a market later down the line. We could do another storage barn. A grocer's cart used to store food and herbs. So that again is from a mod. It looks pretty interesting. Okay, I want to do something with my little sheeps. So here we go. Pasture. So they are livestock. Now, I'm not 100% sure on... There are some optimum sizes for stuff, and I think if you Google stuff, you'll find what you need. I am not sure how big the optimum pasture size is. It will limit the amount of animals you can have. Oh, okay, well that's bigger than I thought. Should we do a 14 by 20 and see if the sheep like that? And I'll just carry my road down a little bit. There we go. Wonderful. They still have to build this. They start off by clearing the area first, and then they do the building. It will tell me that I need more builders, but we'll just wait. I can be patient-ish. Let's go and check on this. I think this is a little closer to... It's 2% complete. Wonderful. And this is 3% complete. Wow. Excellent stuff. Now, something to note about this game, and I probably should have mentioned it a little earlier. One of the reasons I utterly love this game is because in this game you do not need to set up an armory, you don't raise an army, you don't need to protect yourself from attacking armies or anything like this. I think the storyline is that you're banished, so you've been kicked out, and so you're just trying to build yourselves a new life somewhere, and you're starting afresh. And you can attract other people to join your colony, as well as obviously expanding it yourself. I mean, you would need 2 people to do that, but yeah, it's something that I love because the end game isn't to fight, it isn't to get swords or guns or anything and armor. It's just to survive and grow and make something and thrive, and I really love that. It really speaks to me. I know I sound like a bit of a hippie. Okay, so the path is now being... So you lay down the path initially, and then they come along and they do this. Now at some point I'm going to need to add in a little graveyard. Hopefully not too soon. It's a bit of a risk. It's a little bit of a game I play with myself. Is somebody gonna not exist anymore in the game before I finish building my first graveyard? I don't know what happens to them. I don't think they enter the food chain. Oh look, we have another child who's become an adult and is working as a labourer. Now, if I had a school, they would be going into the school, but I don't. So they're doing some work instead, which is very useful, and I appreciate it. Okay, so they're finishing off the road. And what are you up to? I just really wish I could change their names. That would be amazing. Are they called the Citizen? Oh no, Alaniel. Okay, that's good. I thought their name was Citizen. Sorry, it's been a while. Okay. So initially I'm setting up some sort of food production. That's the key thing. And also giving the sheep somewhere to live, because they just hang around in the centre here to start off with. The same will happen with the chickens and the cows. Now, you can get chickens and cows, and there's also every colony you start with certain types of crop that you can plant, and that's also random. So there are some fruit trees and there are some vegetable-y type crops. Now, what you do kind of just after you've initially set up, you will set up a trading post, and then you will get different types of traders coming to you, and then you can start trading, and that is how you would get your other livestock, so your chickens and your moo-moos. Come on, build it. Actually, I think a lot of people probably... What's this? Storage is near capacity. Shocker. I am shocked, but also I need you to build stuff. So, once you've done all that... See? This is going to need some logs and stone. Oh, I pressed escape again. I'm so sorry. That's just a bad habit. See, this also needs some logs and stone. Excellent. Right. I need to remember not to breathe so heavily. I did look at some of my videos and I was thinking, Tree, your breathing is getting a little bit out of hand. Perhaps we should revisit your breathing. Now let's speed things up a bit. How do I do that? I think it's, okay, here we go. So yeah, we can speed things up a bit. I think a lot of people stream on a much faster speed than I do. Let's have a look at the other things that we can build in the meantime. So we've got a well, a schoolhouse, as we have mentioned, a hospital, a town hall. Oh my goodness. So, oh, I thought that was Slimer. A child named Slimer was born. That would be quite something. Norbert. Wonderful. So we've got some more children, and that means we're going to need, once everything else is built, we're going to need some more houses. I don't want to set them up now, because I do very much want to get these things made. I'm sure the children will be fine for now. But let's have a little look, and let's look at their inventory. So they've got 71 firewood, 177 potatoes. Wow. They've got 227 potatoes between 4 people. It is baffling to me how many potatoes these people think they need. That's what I was saying earlier about some people just hoarding stuff. Others will be starving. And yeah, then you'll get this family with, oh, that was nice. I liked that. Yeah, then you'll get this family with all the potatoes as their neighbours are wasting away. Ah, I did like that. I'm glad that flattened that down. That's neat. That pleases me. Okay, so yeah, 64 logs, 3% built. Shall I add? Let's pimp the number of builders for now. Let's do this, and oh, I got 6 out of 5. Wait, does that mean that one of these things has been completed? Yes. Excellent. So my gatherer's heart is made. And okay, so let's... I thought I added people that way. Is that how I do it? Oh no, this is how I do it. Okay, yes. So let's add some people to this. I don't actually really have 4 spare people to be gatherers, and our hunting cabin is ready, so that needs 3 people. Okay. Don't think we've got many spare people left now. I've got 1 labourer, but now the building of that is done, we can take this down. Let's just have 3 builders. We only need 2. That's to make the farm, and hopefully some of the children will come of age soon. Let's make sure that this gets built. Okay, we could probably do some more preparing of the area. Now, I guess we could also start looking at houses. I don't think I've got enough stone to make houses yet, because there are some other buildings that we need to look at. But, shall I pop another house here? There we go. Don't say I don't give you anything, people. And then let's get a woodcutter. So that's under resource production. Woodcutter's heart, just to get that ticked off and done. And I think this is R that I'm using. It's muscle memory for rotate, but I think it's probably R. Now, could I stick it here? I'm not sure how happy the sheep will be, but actually if I stick it here, it's quite close to the stockpile, which is efficient. You know, they can come here, grab the wood and do their choppy thing, and then pop the firewood in the stockpile. Or I could use... Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's... Up here for thinking, down there for dancing. A specialised stockpile. Is there a fire? There is. Oh my goodness. What a great mod. So this is going to be a firewood stockpile. Should I just make it that big for now? Don't know. Okay, let's make it 3 by 3. Don't worry, little sheep. You will have a little home soon, I promise. You have a little home now. Okay, so now I tell it what animal, but I only have sheep. And now we need to allocate one person to be in charge of sheep. Okay. This is the bit I kind of like. Let's just allocate us a wood chopper. You see, it's very easy to just blitz through your working population. Come on, come on. Do the bit that I like. Do the really cute bit. Basically, I'm waiting for the shepherd to scoop them up and then they will start walking in the direction, and it's just adorable. It's even more adorable if they have to cross a river or something, because they do little swims and it's just so cute. So our sheep are on the way, and the size of the pasture does affect how many you can have. So if it's too small, they're not going to reproduce because there's no space for extra sheep. But we do have space for 17, so that's good. That's pretty useful. So from the sheep, obviously, we should be able to get some wool. So our tailor should be able to... We don't have a tailor, but when we do, we should get some wool for them. Well done, you. Thank you. Thank you for looking after the sheep. Okay, I feel a bit happier now the sheep are rehomed. Excellent, and we've already got some wood chopping going on. Nice. And, oh, Tamar has become an adult and they're working as a labourer. Good, because I need all the labour I can get. Right, and I think we should be able to see how they've been doing. Where was that button? That's that, that's that. Oh, there we are, production statistics. So we can see we've already got 6 leather and 160 venison, which honestly, that's an impressive amount. And let's see what we've been getting here. Okay, 44 onions. I love onions, I can't help it. Mushrooms I'm also a fan of. 224 mushrooms. 148 roots and 44 berries. Now, berries, as well as being a delicious snack, they can later on be used to make some sort of wine, I think, some sort of alcohol thing. So that's probably worth just being aware of. So if you don't have an orchard to make cherry wine or cider or whatever, I think berries are an option. So we have got a fuel limit of 200, and it's useful to have a fuel limit because otherwise your woodcutter is just going to like blast through all your wood. So for now I'm fine with that. I think we'll just take it up to 250. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. This is a solid little start. I'm enjoying this. I love this game so very much. I'm really happy with the start so far. We've got things that we need to work on. We've got some basics in place. Our tools are going to get worn down, so we're going to need to make a blacksmith soon. You can imagine the sorts of things that we're going to ultimately have to build, you know, things like quarries. We do need a trading post, we're going to need a market. The market is going to be tricky in this particular how I'm doing things, because it has a radius, and I'm not sure where I'd stick it because it's not small. I think we're probably going to have to head off in this direction a little bit and probably eat into this area. This is going to be a little bit of a problem for us, just because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to build much on it. We'll see. But there's also, you know, lots of resources here, so happy about that. Yeah, I think we could try and make this work a little bit. Okay. So yeah, this sign means that the building has reached its production limit. And you can always change that. You can make that more if you would like, but in this case I think we're going to leave the woodcutter. And I think the woodcutter will now go and do other stuff, like helpful things, because they're not needed to work as a woodcutter. I just really, really very much love this game. So, I am going to stop it there for now, but if you don't mind, perhaps I could do some more. I know I normally just take a quick look at the game, give you a gentle nibble, but maybe we could do this colony and see how it grows. I think I'd like that, but it depends as to whether you guys would. So, come with me. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for this and for letting me indulge in a game that I absolutely love, and I have spent so many hours in this game and it just brings me so much joy. I really do love my colony games, which is why when I'm on Twitch you'll see a fair few colony games. I'm very into RimWorld, for example, and I play RimWorld every stream, and I play something else beforehand, but I really, did I mention I love my colony games? Again, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a delightful day, a wonderful week, and the snuggliest of sleeps when it is time to go to bed. Remember, you're very precious. Okay, take care.